So this last week
Let's
we were
look at
still
the
looking
SPY.
crypto and or I guess the SPY and the QQQ. We were expecting, the market's starting to look very bullish, still moving upward. Has that still got that momentum?
So
Is it still moving, you think? Okay, it's starting to look a little more.
yeah, I mean, so the SPY, I think like, I mean, on the weekly,
It's not
we
as
do
bullish,
see
but
it,
it's not bearish.
a little, yeah, exactly. I think
Yeah.
it's like, it's a little neutral. Like I see this is the next support here. I think it's like around 425 or so.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the weekly support. So looking at daily, maybe it dips, it does an SR flip where it like, you know, maybe it does something like this
Hmm.
and then it goes up. Maybe it might not dip as low. It might just like bounce around here. But if
Yeah.
it does, the main thing to see is if it does do an SR flip,
So we want
and
that.
to continue
We want
higher.
that 425 line. We want that to basically
Hmm.
turn into the bouncing. Um,
Exactly. Or like even if it goes a little below that, like around here, I'm looking at the weekly chart again.
yeah.
Like given the 417 area, that's still fine. Like
Okay.
it's still you
So
can
we can
still
see it move.
maintain bullish.
We can move all the way down that to around 417 and keep
Yeah.
our bullish sentiment into the next week. But
Yeah,
if we start
exactly.
losing
Or
417,
418.
418,
Yeah.
if we lose that, then we should probably also consider flipping our sentiment to short again.
Yeah, or if it actually like if it closes below the buddy
That's
strength band
that's true.
and then like we see a bear, then of course like short it.
Yeah.
So it's neutral, I would say, for the SPY. The bullish scenario would be this, that it does an SR flip. Now Bitcoin, we've established a while back that like BTC has always been bearish, like,
It's still
and I
bearish,
think
yeah.
yeah, it's still bearish. We're just saying going to see a retest, probably like after the retest, like continue down because like if you look at it, the weekly chart, like it's been trying to hold on to this like support
Yeah.
region for a while now. It's just been chopping around, but we did sort of dip below
Yeah. We
yesterday,
yeah.
and that's the thing. Like when you drop, like nothing ever goes down to a straight line, so you keep having these retests, and that's what as a trader, like you can see this here. Like if you go back to the daily chart, say it lost its trend, it flipped there, but it keeps retesting
Yeah.
the strength band, and that's because so that like it's taking out all the stops. That's what it's doing.
Yeah, it's
Whales are just like doing that,
hunting
and
the
and that's
hunting
what's
the short sellers.
exactly, and it's the inverse when it's in an uptrend. You keep having dips, but then
Yeah.
it'll keep like it'll keep bouncing on support and doing an SR flip. And
Yeah.
so this is the opposite where it keeps getting rejected. And resistance, see, like resistance would have been like here or something. Like, here,
Yeah.
looking at the daily, like taking this. So
Yeah.
see, it wicked here and then it went down.
This
And
oh yeah.
similarly now this has become, if I were to change this has kind of become resistance. Looking at the daily,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
It
that's
can push maybe to this guy, like maybe like a little above here, maybe like
yeah.
here or so. But it should retest, and if it fails to make a higher high, then it's just another dead cat bounce. That's
Yeah.
what they
And
call
I think we're probably gonna not see it closing at least a full day above 28,000.
it.
That's
Yeah,
that's kind of like where I'm
yeah,
seeing the
highly
strength band.
unlikely.
Yeah, and if it does start to do that, then it would invalidate my bullish sentiment a little bit, and I'd have to reassess.
Hmm.
And that's kind of
Exactly,
that's always
and
that's always something we should be open to as traders. Is that sure, we make our conviction, we make our opinion about what we think is going to happen, but we need to be open to that picture developing and changing as the market conditions change. Because at
exactly,
the end of the day, we're not telling the market what to do; the market's telling us what to do. So
exactly.
the marching orders can change.
Exactly. And like we said, it's like predicting the weather. The conditions can change.
Yeah.
And once the conditions change, then you should be ready to act upon the change and flip your bias.
Yeah.